What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day today. Getting into this episode of GH. This was eventful, and I'm not talking about the first half of the show. I'm talking about certain parts of it was eventful. Um, I'm here for Maxie's new dude. I was fucking here for it. I love it. That brunette look on Maxie, I'm feeling it. I love it. I think it looks good on her. Um, I don't blame Maxie for being hesitant about trying to plan Willow and Michael's wedding. I mean, yeah, she pulled the nurses' ball together, but for one, that she had weeks in advance to do that. You know what I'm saying? They're asking her to put together a wedding in under 24 hours. That's a lot. Like, that's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? But I know if anybody could pull it off, it's definitely Maxie. Um, I am getting so sick of the back and forth between Chase and BLQ. I got whiplash. Like, I am getting so sick of them with this back and forth, acting like they both want to be together, but then pulling back. Um, Chase needs to get it through his skull. Like, yes, BLQ has her selfish moments, but she also has her selfless moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, as we saw at the nurses' ball, it was bold of her to get on that stage and do what she did, even though she signed an NDA. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of what she did at the nurses' ball was she protected multiple women at the ball. You know what I mean? That took a lot of guts for her to do. You know what I mean? And that was such a selfless thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, she can be selfish, but she has her moments too where she can be a damn good person. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's a horrible person at heart. You know what I mean? She just looks out for herself a lot. You know what I mean? But she also tries to look out for other people. And I think Chase, he should understand that. You know, if he wants to be with her, he's going to have to accept her and all her flaws. You know what I'm saying? Because as at the end of the day, we're all human. We have flaws. BLQ is human. She has flaws. Chase has flaws. You have to accept those flaws. You know, you have to accept them, depending. You know what I'm saying, on what they are. You know, if it's that bad, then I get it. But I feel like they could make it work. You know what I'm saying? They just have to put in the work. You know, Chase has to stop backing out every time BLQ does something he don't like. You know, oh, I want to break up with you because you did this. Or you left the orange juice on the table. You know I don't like that, so I'm gonna break up. It's so dumb. It's like he breaks up with her over stupid things sometimes. Stuff that you could easily just talk about and work it out. You know, so if he wants to be with her, it's gonna have to be some compromise on both ends. You know, BLQ gonna have to stop trying to control his life and, you know, wanting him to do things because it benefits her. She's gonna have to stop doing that too. And he's gonna have to stop judging her for everything that she does. You know? They just gonna have to find some type of common ground because I'm so over the back and forth between them. It's getting rather annoying. Um, it's getting very annoying at this point. Very, very. It's like every 5 seconds they're gonna get back together and then they don't. So anyway, um, Gregory, I'm glad Finn and Chase talked to him about Alexis because at the end of the day, he do need to fix things with her because I understand he don't want nobody prying in his business or whatever, but he needs to understand that Alexis is coming from a good place. Her being nosy is just her trying to look out for him and be a friend. I do love the conversation Sam and Alexis had though because I agree with Sam too. I feel like Alexis needs to stop trying to reach out to Gregory and let him come to her. You know what I mean? Like, let him reach out. That's the best thing that you can do. You know, she tried everything. She tried to be there for him. He kept rebuffing it. So now sit in the seat, let him come. And I'm glad that he did show up. You know, they got a lot to talk about. Um, he needs to tell his family what's going on with him. Like, what is this diagnosis? Like, what do you have? He needs a support system, and he needs to drop that tough guy act. Like, oh, I could do this all on my own. Because no, you can't. You shouldn't have to. You got kids. You got two sons. You got Alexis. You got a granddaughter. You have a support system. You know what I'm saying? Use your support system. That's what they're there for. You know what I mean? So that way he doesn't have to go at whatever it is he's dealing with. He doesn't have to deal with it alone. Um, I'm happy that Sam and Alexis at least talked about the Victor stuff. You know what I mean? I do feel like they should have been fully a part of it, but at least they're talking about it. It would have been, I think it would have added more layers to the storyline if they were a part of it, because at the end of the day, they are Cassadines too. Um, so hopefully Sam too can find something on Gladys' little crazy tale. Because since she wants to sit here and frame everybody, hopefully Sam can uncover some dirt on her, which I'm pretty confident she will. Because Sam, she can be tenacious. You know, she doesn't let go of things. Not when she's on the scent. She don't let go. So anyway, moving on from that. I'm still mad that they haven't mentioned talking to Taggart about none of this, because I hate the fact that Taggart is out of the loop on this, because I feel like he definitely should be a part of this. I mean, Trina's still his daughter. No matter which way this thing goes, that's always going to be his daughter, and I feel like he should have been alerted. He should be a part of the team on this. Normally, I would say Curtis needs to stand down because this is a law enforcement problem. But I do feel like Jordan needs to unofficially allow him to be a part of this, because at the end of the day, they're going to need all the help that they can get. You're dealing with Victor. You're dealing with a busload of his goons. You're going to need help. You know, Valentine is apparently sitting this one out, so you're going to need manpower. That's why I feel like Taggart would have been the perfect person to be a part of this too, because you could have had Sonny, you could have had Dante, you could have had Taggart, you could have had Curtis, all of them, you know, in the thick of things. Jordan, all of them just get on that boat and handle business. You know, I think in a perfect world that makes sense to me. Because dealing with somebody like Victor, you're going to need help. I am glad, though, that Trina got in contact with everybody through a cell phone or whatever, through one of those, I forgot what you call those phones, satellite phones or whatever. So I'm glad she got in contact with them and Laura was able to guide her. I love Laura and Trina working together. I love it, you know, because nobody knows that boat better than Laura, of course. It was a wedding gift by crazy Helena. So nobody knows that boat better than her. So I'm glad she was able to talk her through and tell her what to do next and stuff like that. And they're trying to, you know, trace the boat's coordinates through the satellite phone, which I think is good. You know, at least they're starting somewhere. You know what I mean? On finding his boat. I do feel like Trina should have listened to Curtis. I really wish she would have listened to Curtis and not have taken that phone with her. I was like, no, that was a bad move on her part. That was a bad move, because I knew once she did that, one of the guards was going to notice it was missing. And sure enough, the guards noticed that phone was missing. Now they're going to be on a prowl and they know somebody else is on that boat with them. I feel like that was a badass move to make. She definitely should have listened on that one. But I am glad her and Portia had that little tender moment where they exchanged I love yous and stuff like that. But I agree with Laura. I mean, for the most part, Trina has had the leverage. You know, she's had the upper hand on Victor because he doesn't know that she's on that boat. So she can move around without him suspecting anything so far. I definitely think that was smart. But they need to hurry up and trace that damn boat. They need to send the cavalry to come help them because they're going to need help. So anyway, Victor wasn't playing in this episode. He was definitely calling Spencer's bluff about killing Obrey. He was like, go ahead. Go ahead and kill her. Victor didn't give a damn. Victor reminds me so much of Helena. He's like a male version of Helena, because I remember Helena used to tell Nicholas all the time, as much as she's fond of Nicholas, her patience for her fondness of him only goes so far. You know what I'm saying? Like, she always let him know that. Like, yeah, she love him. He's family. But would she hesitate to do something to him? Not really. Nope. If push came to shove and he was in the way of what she wanted to get done, she would have handled. You know, and I think Victor is the same way. He would have handled Spencer if he had to. He doesn't want to, but he will. Because he's a man on a mission. You know, he's not even going to let family get in the way. But my thing is, with him calling Nicholas weak and Spencer weak, I feel like he underestimates them. Because Spencer is anything but weak. You know what I mean? Like, if Spencer gets an opportunity, I think, to take Victor out, to kill him, I think he will. You know, and I think Victor underestimating him is not a wise move. It was crazy, though, that Victor was talking about punishing Spencer by withholding food from him. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you gonna starve the boy? And, you know, him sitting there talking about, oh, you no longer got family privileges, you're a prisoner now. So, if he's now your prisoner, what's the difference? from when he first stepped on that boat. Because the moment Spencer stepped on that boat, he's been Victor's prisoner. So I'm like, what's the difference? Um, Victor crazy as hell. That's why I said they're gonna need the whole cavalry for him. Like they're gonna have to take his ass out. Like seriously, take him out. Cause ain't no way prison ain't gonna stop him. Cause he'll just come back later. Honestly though, Spencer and Trina are gonna have to be very careful about the next move that they make. They're gonna have to be very careful because now that the guards know that that phone is missing, she gonna have to lay real low, like very low. Like she cannot be seen at all. They can't even smell a whiff of her perfume. I'm just saying, like at all. Back to Curtis real quick. It was kind of funny how Curtis basically threatened that if Jordan didn't allow him in on this, that he would find other means to get involved. And she figured that he was talking about getting the mob involved, basically joining forces with the mob, basically like trying to go to Sunny or trying to go to Miss Wu. Um, and that's so funny because he gets mad at people for keeping secrets, but does Portia know anything about his alliance with Miss Wu? I mean, I'm just saying she might be, a little pissed off about that. I know I would be. I mean, don't nobody want to be in bed with the mob because once you're in bed with them, you're in bed with them. It ain't easy getting out of that. Um, with Sonny, it would have been a bit easier. Sonny's not really that much of a ball buster like that, especially with people that he's cool with. But Miss Wu don't do friends. She do, associates, allies, but once you become a problem, it's a wrap. Uh, so it's gonna be fun in the next few months to see if something shake out between that partnership between him and Ms. Wu. But anyway, it's a pretty cool episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Hope you all have a great weekend. Peace.